told there's some real money in the room.
Recently, I seen you respond to your brother, not according to WAC 100, but according to biological birth certificates, things like that. Your brother, Birdman, he made a comment after BG got out. Well, before we even get into the comment, were you around when BG came home or came a part of Cashmoney?
Okay, well, first, BG's not out. BG don't get out till next year. That was a picture. Yeah, that was a look.
So what was it? Was like a fake thing?
No, it wasn't nothing fake. What it was, it's just a guy who got out of prison for real, and somebody just caught the picture. But if you look at the picture good, you're gonna see his face. They're gonna show his face clearly. Pop, you catch it. You're like, okay, that ain't BG. And then another thing, look at the people that's around him. That's not his mother, his family members. And then last, what people ought to understand is this: had BG got out of prison, Boosie is his partner. Boosie would have posted. T.I. would have posted. Him and T.I. did a song together. You know, well, I don't know, yes, whatever.
They have an album together.
Right.
T.I. and Boosie.
T.I. would have posted him. Of course, Birdman would have posted him. They would have had a party by now. They would have, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Birdman had to show up, show out too. Right. So, yeah, that was somebody that just looked at somebody that took it. You know what people do with the gram now? What I'm learning, people, you know, like to do stories and like to fool the people, you know?
Right.
But if that band was home, man, you know, the people would have been tweeting, welcome home. You ain't see Boosie get on this thing and say, yeah, my dog home. Because, you know, Boosie promised him $100,000, right?
Oh, I didn't know Boosie promised him $100,000.
Yeah, but he said I got $100,000 for when you get out.
Yeah.
So, you know, but them dudes would have been post that stuff and shout out to BG, da-da-da, but nah, that man not home.
Yeah.
I know when he come home, but I'm not at liberty to
disclose.
Yeah, but he be home let me just say this, he be home at the top of the quarter next year.
Okay, around January. Well,
he said around January. You can't just go and sit around there.
That's top of the quarter.
Yeah, but well, I'm just let the people go, but he be home at the top of the next year.
People don't be knowing what quarter, I guess. My bad. I got too much education.
There you go. You got to slow it down for the people though, but you can't just, you know, just say January. Right. Top of the quarter can still be February.
Yeah.
All that's the top is the quarter, you know. 3 months in the quarter, right?
Right.
Okay then. Now, next question.
Well, so how did you get introduced to BG?
From going around VL, talking to Baby, and I used to see BG in an alleyway with the chopper just looking.
Before he was signed?
Yeah, he was a little youngster. You know, he was young, but he was, you know, street, you know, and he would always watch me, and I used to be like, all right, youngin', because my thing was, you up that thing, you flinch, we gonna work, you know. So when I mean the word work, mean we gonna bang, you know, shoot. But yeah, he used to always just watch me, but he wouldn't really say nothing. And then it wasn't until Baby bought him, you know, and told him this, you know, this and that. I was like, okay, I like this shorty, man. You know, every time I come around, he got a chopper. You know, he on point. He just watching. You know, he looking. You know, he was ready. You know, he was on point. So somebody come around with the food and this, he was ready to bust him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you get to know him, and then his recruitment to Cashmoney.
Yeah, well, see, I didn't have nothing to do with him being recruited to Cashmoney because Baby, like, watch him grow up in that neighborhood, you know. I just liked the fact that he was a little young gangster, you know. It was like, boy, little BG, little baby gangster. He just took that and ran with it from there.
So you gave him his name?
Well, I was going to say the streets gave it to him. Just because this is what I'm learning now, bro. It's documented about that situation. Wendy Day talks about it. You know, she real cool to him. For those who don't know Wendy Day, she got the rap coalition. Shout out to Wendy Day. She helped a lot of artists out, but a lot of people know the story, but what I'm learning now with this YouTube stuff is like now when I come out to claim a lot of my stuff, a lot of people get upset. So I just let the artist or the person who's from the street say, you know, yeah, gangster, I got that from this or that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to take no more credit. I just let the people give it to me.
Well, I mean, his name is Baby Gangsta, huh?
Yeah, we ran together. Yeah, we hung out.
Yeah, and you gangster. Kind of like Baby
Well,
Gangsta.
I'm Terrance now, you know.
Well, and I remember when I was talking to Polo Sauce, he was telling me like there were several people with your name. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like, you
man.
just had the name that must be you know what I'm saying? I don't know if he was how honest it was. I wasn't here for that, but I remember he said that, and I'm just like, you know, it does make sense if you did have the status, the legendary status in which everybody says you had, then it's like, you know, if somebody gets your name as an honor, they shouldn't be offended by you saying, yeah, them niggas my name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was when I was in my stepping days. That was pretty cool. But now I've learned this YouTube thing, and with the smut that's on my name, you know, a lot of people don't want to say, okay, I got that from him, because now it's like we're not the street no more. Now we on this internet, and now it's like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? So it's a mixture of feelings, right. And I don't want.
You can't take away from history though.
That's a fact.
I don't care what anybody says about it. We gonna take away the racism from the founding fathers and say that the Constitution ain't relevant?
Boy, you hit you too educated right now. You can't. You're right, but you gotta understand it's this. And I always say that.
Who led the Trail of Tears? Hey, who led the Trail of Tears? You got any historians in here? Yeah, Andrew Jackson. And he's on a 20. So I'm just saying, Ben Frank had syphilis. Spread it to multiple women.
Well, who on the penny?
Lincoln.
And what they say about Lincoln? Some people say he was black. Some people say he had the slaves. Some people say he. So we got a lot of history when you come to that. Like, where was the first White House? You know, we can go on and on. You know, I'm kind of like a little history buff, a little bit. I don't know a lot. Because something grabbed my attention is what you did an interview with a black man the other, not recently. But anyway, to go back to answer your question about the name, even though you had a lot of people taking on a gangster this, gangster that from when I was in the streets, this is a new generation, and this generation don't know my past. So they're only looking at what's going on now. You know, so a person will have to be careful, you know, if they're coming out saying, yeah, I got this. I remember I just see gangster doing this, I just see gangster doing that. And like we just said, you know, people tend to hide history, but you can't erase it. You know, when you speak on Uptown, you know, Third Ward, gangster name gonna come up, or you hate. And they do a lot of that these days, man.
Yeah. Well, I actually want to get into this so-called smut, because I think there's some hypocrisy going on. But I did want to say I seen Birdman. He made the comment of why Cashmoney is so solid around the time when BG started going viral or whatever, and he was saying, you know, so we don't have any rats and whoopty whoop whoopty whoop. You felt like he was sneak dissing you.
He was. Come on, man. The world know that. The world know that he was shooting that at me, and I respect it. That's why, for every action, there's a reaction.
Right.
So that's why I came back and said what I said.
Right. But
we know he was, because think about this here. It's rumored that I invested in Cashmoney. It's rumored, but I'm going to speak and say that this is a true rumor here, that I'm the one that started that Hot Boy, gave him that name, the Hot Boy stuff. He must mention it on plenty.
I seen it in the interview. He said it was Giggity.
Right. And then on Rap City in the Basement, when Big Tigger asked him who started, he said, my brother Gangsta started that. So plenty of time he have acknowledged that I put that Hot Boy stuff together. And you know, me coming home, Wack 100 said it best. Baby Birdman like to show off the things he do for people. So when I come home, I didn't have a Rolls Royce or Phantom or he said you can't ride a Wraith. I was about to say that, but you know, he said that for your bra. So I didn't even get a skateboard. You know what I'm saying? So it's letting you know, yeah, he's shooting that at me, and I've made it known to the public that, you know, he ain't messing with me. And I respect that. You know, we had that one conversation when I first come home.
Do you feel like he owes you for the name Cashmoney?
No, I don't feel.
Or not Cashmoney, but the Hot Boys?
I did a video, you know, trolling him, saying that. But honestly, all jokes aside, I don't feel Baby or Slim owe me nothing, because they was there for me when I really needed them when I was in prison. You know, now I'm home. My motto is, long as they print money, I'm gonna get money. Right. And I've been getting, you know, a nice little portion of it.
Yeah.
Not where I want to be, but I'm happy. You know, I'm content. It's good. I'm good. I don't want for nothing.
So you're not gonna sue Birdman for
the Hot Boy?
Your intellectual property?
No.
Okay.
That just was how we say capping, just creating content.
Right.
Because people like gossiping content and they like the bull. So no, I am not gonna do that. Like I say, they took care of me when I needed to be, what I needed them when I was in prison. I was able to put my children through college. Two of my daughters graduated from college, so I got what I needed to get from them.
Right. Well, you seen when all of that went down around the same time, Gucci Man says that he's gonna sign BG for $1 million. Did you see that?
Yeah.
So that happens, and Birdman immediately almost goes to visit BG in prison.
I want to say it could have been a coincidence, but Gucci got the money, he gonna throw it out there. I mean, this is gonna be real interesting. I can't wait for him to get out to see where he's gonna go, you know. And once he make a decision, then I'm gonna make my video. I will be on top of that.
Right. Any speculation currently, or it's just it isn't kind of in the air?
Well, right now it's Cash Money in the front, you know.
Well, you know, I was watching your commentary on the situation, and you said that Birdman didn't go see him for like 12 years. That's
what I'm saying. So it's like, boy, you pop up at this last minute, and that goes back to show you how people look at it like, I know you, you know. So no matter, don't worry about I haven't been here this whole bid, like, you know, look at I'm here now, and I got a bag for you. And then you got people, you know, you got to look at BG been gone a long time. So it's like, you got the bag, you got the hottest rapper in the game signed to you. This could be a good look for me. But then you got to look at, okay, you gonna give me that bag, am I gonna get my royalties? Or I'm gonna get played again, I'm gonna get jacked. So all that come into play, man. Like I say, I'm gonna have my video waiting. Depends on who he signed with, and then I will be trolling.
Right. Did Birdman ever come visit you while you were in doing your bed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we can't say he, you know.
Yes. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. My situation is different from everybody else.
Right.
You know, I got a lot of good memories, good stuff that they done for me. I just don't really put it all out because it's like now, you know, we ain't kicking it. So I'm gonna always acknowledge that they took care of me, they showed me love while I was in prison. Always acknowledge that. But certain stuff I'm not gonna just be giving him flowers for. If you know you're not rocking with me, so I'm not gonna rock, you know, with you.
Right.
Because you gotta keep. Go ahead.
No.
You know the people got on you before about cutting me off. Like I was saying, if I was almost interrupted by you. Yeah, real Tune fans, I said it. You know, they go off on me when I get at you. They don't like me to mess with their mans. Hey. But, nah, for real though,
Tune Squad.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought, man.
I wasn't familiar, but I did see you say one of the realest quotes that I probably ever heard somebody say, and that was that you didn't want to end up having to see Birdman at a funeral.
Yeah, because you know, a lot of siblings, family members, you know, even best friends get into it or fall out about something that's kind of petty, and it's not till someone die that you show up at the funeral and it's like, you down, I'm down, now we coming together. So it's like, now we get to kick it, you know. Because if you think about it, man, this really is politics in the industry.
Right.
You know, they got, you know, Cash Money, and Cash Money was built off blood, sweat, and tears. You know, it's real street dude that has died behind this Cash Money name, the Hot Boys term in general, you know. So, but, you know, like at this table right here, we sat at the table, I made the rules, I broke the rules. So he's in the right to disown me as far as in the industry, you know. But at some point you gotta say, man, look at all the good things that we did and be like, you know what, that's still there, bro, let me call and check on it. You know what I mean? But, you know, and my phone number is still the same, and that number ain't rang yet, you know, so he's living his life, you know what I'm saying? But, and I'm doing fine, you know?
Right, well.
Hey, real Tone, there's some real money in the room.